everyone, welcome to my channel. So Christmas time is basically peak time for perfume purchases. I think perfume is the perfect Christmas gift because it's something that is a treat. A lot of people don't want to buy expensive perfume for themselves or to treat themselves, and it's purely a decadent thing, and it's also a way of getting sort of buying into a brand if perhaps you can't afford, you know, the handbag or whatever it is. So I think that perfume is a beautiful gift and most ladies would love to receive perfume. So I put together this guide because perhaps you're thinking of buying a perfume for a friend, a relative, but you have no idea where to start and you don't really know perhaps what they like. So hopefully this is a list of pretty safe buys, ones that are pretty hard for someone to hate or dislike, not use. I think you definitely want to stick to that safer area if you're not sure. If you are new here, then hello and welcome. I have hundreds and hundreds of videos going into particular ranges and details and everything and new releases. It's all about perfumes, and I have my website with detailed articles on there as well. And if you're a regular but you haven't subscribed yet, then do hit that subscribe button and show your support. I really appreciate it. And sign up to my newsletter in the link down below. And down below I will leave the links where you can buy all these perfumes I'm going to talk about in the UK, Europe, USA and Australia where available. Cool. So the first things to know really are what the most popular perfumes are. These two perfumes are probably the most advertised, especially at Christmas time, probably the most well known, and I think they're both pretty safe buys. So the #1 bestseller in the world is Chanel's Coco Mademoiselle. I have an empty 200ml bottle here. My mum wears this. I used to wear this when I was a teenager. If you know that the person you're buying for likes Chanel, that kind of vibe, this is definitely the one they will have seen the most adverts for probably, and is probably the best gift. But I'm starting with the most expensive here because you're looking at, well, for the full 100ml, you're looking at over £100. You could get a smaller one, you can get the Eau de Toilette, which is also a bit cheaper, but they're still very, very expensive. So you want to, this is really for someone looking to spend, you know, close to £100. And of course, Chanel is like the ultimate Christmas gift. In terms of what it smells like, it is a what we call a chypre fragrance. So you have a patchouli, a rose and an orange top note. And that's why I don't think it's the safest option from Chanel. I actually think that the Chanel Chances are a safer buy if you're not sure what kind of perfume they like. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, sort of maybe 5 different Chanel Chances. You can get different versions. I do have a detailed video that goes through them all and an article, but I think the classic Eau de Parfum, or if you want to save a little bit of money, the Eau de Toilette, is a pretty safe buy. It's lighter, it's not as strong as Coco Mademoiselle, so perhaps more universal. And then I think the best seller is the pink one called Chanel Chance Eau Tendre, pink liquid. This one is definitely for someone who is a bit sort of younger at heart, perhaps wants something a bit more pretty feminine, super feminine. This is much lighter again. It's pretty light florals. This is definitely the safest of all the Chanels in my opinion, because it literally just smells like fresh bunch of flowers. It's really light, spring light. I can't see how anyone could smell that and say, I hate that smell, I'll never wear it. Anyone will be able to wear this. So I think of all the Chanels, my recommendation is Chanel Chance Eau Tendre. So the second biggest bestseller, particularly at Christmas, is Dior's Miss Dior. Now Dior do quite a number of quite heavy, quite strong perfumes. I would stick away from Poison or Addict and stick with the Miss Dior range. Again, there are lots of different versions of Miss Dior, easy to get confused. The latest Eau de Parfum, which looks like this, except it has a ribbon bow on it, they changed it this year, is very light, pretty, slightly lily of the valley, very difficult to hate, I would say. Personally, I find it too light and a bit boring, especially if it's going to be over £100, but I think it will definitely be one of the most purchased Christmas gifts this year. The packaging's beautiful, the branding with Natalie Portman is everywhere, you can't escape it, TV, magazines, and you know, it's a pretty bottle, it's Dior brand. They have a few others in the Miss Dior range. I think the other safe one would be either Miss Dior Eau de Toilette or Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet. Blooming Bouquet is a fresh peony, very, very fresh. And then the Eau de Toilette is a little bit more citrusy. And the two Eau de Toilettes are a bit cheaper than the Eau de Parfum. I personally love Miss Dior. I like their Absolutely Blooming, Miss Dior Absolutely Blooming, which is a bit heavier. I don't think that is a safe buy for someone, so I'd stick to the Eau de Toilette, Blooming Bouquet, or the brand new Eau de Parfum. So those are your two best sellers. So now on to ones which are still like a prestigious brand, you know, great for gifting, but more affordable. So my personal top recommendation for a Christmas gift is Elie Saab Le Parfum. Elie Saab is a fashion designer, and this fragrance, Le Parfum, has been out for about at least 10 years, and it is beautiful. I've loved it ever since it came out. I think the bottle is really elegant and classy, and it's just a high-end pretty gift. You get lovely gift sets at Christmas time. And this is an orange blossom scent, so it's like a sparkling champagne smell almost. The lasting power on this, in my opinion, is better than the Chanel Chances, the Miss Dior Eau de Toilette, and is on a par with Coco Mademoiselle, but you're looking at about half the price of Coco Mademoiselle, especially if you get it discounted on offer. I'll try and find those discounts and the gift sets, guys, and leave them linked down below. So for me, this is classy, it's prestigious, it smells amazing, it lasts really well, but it's really good value for money as well. So this would be my personal recommendation. I love this fragrance, it's such a genius fragrance. I think another safe brand that you could go with is Dolce & Gabbana. Of course, everyone knows Dolce & Gabbana. If you're really, really unsure and have no idea what someone would like, I recommend getting one of the Dolce & Gabbana light blue perfumes. These are essentially a very light lemon citrus. Who doesn't like lemon? You know, it's fresh, it's simple, clean smelling. I don't see how anyone could say they hated that. So if you really have no idea, that's a good option. They also have Dolce Rose, which I love, which is a really fresh, citrusy, fruity rose. Again, you know, maybe someone a bit younger, if you're buying for someone in their 20s, 30s, they probably will like a fresh fruity rose. That's very popular at the moment. And the packaging, the branding, the bottle are all really nice as a gift. And of course, everyone knows Dolce & Gabbana is a brand. Again, these can be found at really affordable prices. I think this one starts at about £30, so really affordable. So another really big seller in the perfume world is the Armani C fragrances. They all come in bottles like this with this black logo, and Kate Blanchett is on the adverts. Now, some of these are quite strong. I love these, but I don't think they're all safe blind buys or safe buys for someone who you don't know what they like. A lot of them have a lot of patchouli in or a lot of cassis. This one that comes in the red packaging, C Passion, I think this and also C Fiori in the pink packaging are the two safest fragrances. They're lighter, they're more everyday, they're less polarizing, I guess. This is just a fresh floral, pretty, there's a bit of fruitiness in. Same with Fiori. They're both elegant, pretty. You've got the Armani branding, but they are, I think, the safest buys from Armani. I'd stay away from things like Armani Code, Armani Diamonds, because they're quite strong and I could see people not liking them. Also, I could see people loving them. So I think these stick with the C the red and the pink one if you can. Lancôme are a great brand for perfumes. They're one of my favourite perfume houses because they make really good long-lasting perfumes. They last really well. Their fragrance La Vie est Belle, with Julia Roberts as the face of the fragrance, is up there with your Chanel and Dior as a worldwide bestseller. I would not recommend getting the Eau de Parfum La Vie est Belle as a gift for someone because it is a strong praline, vanilla, patchouli, and I can definitely see people not liking that, particularly if they don't like sweet vanilla-y scents. They do, however, have a brand new one out called La Vie est Belle Blanche, which is more subtle, softer, a bit more powdery. I also think La Vie est Belle and Rose could be nice if you think someone would like something a bit fruity rose. And I'd also say their Éclat Eau de Toilette, which is a sparkling orange and orange blossom, is also, you know, pretty universal. But most of the Eau de Parfums I would stay away from because they're strong. So if you like the smell, that's great. But if you don't, I think you wouldn't wear it. Probably the safest is the original Lancôme Idole. This is a fresh pear and a fresh rose, so both quite typical, pretty feminine fragrances. It lasts really well. They have this limited edition that has this star on it. It's usually just plain, but this is for Christmas. So I think if someone is like, if you're buying for someone that's quite feminine, pretty, then this would be nice because it is a very pretty rose. It's a very girly scent, but you know, you could wear this to work. It's classy scent and good for lasting. So I think those are my top safest recommendations. I would say stay away from Chanel No. 5. That's probably the most famous perfume on the planet, right? But it is, in my view, quite an old-fashioned smell. It has a lot of aldehyde in. It's not an ingredient and a scent note that we see in modern perfumes at all, really. And you know, I personally don't know anyone that likes Chanel No. 5 except for my grandma. So I would stay away from that. Even though the branding, advertising's cool, the scent is really polarizing. If you don't know what they like, definitely don't get Chanel No. 5. So guys, I hope you found that helpful. Let me know in the comments if you did. And like I said, I'll leave in the description box links to where you can buy all these different perfumes, so it's easy for you. But that's it, guys. So thanks so much for watching as always, and I will see you in the next video.